This is the Thompson Cast. I am Mel Thompson. Whether or not a public service such as electricity is public or private is not the issue. The manner in which the service is administered and provided is the issue. Private firms can have as many failings as public ones. In both instances, you must have some degree of governmental oversight, and where this is lacking, insufficient, or corruptible, you will have the same or similar problems whether public or private. A Canadian power company is set to take over operations of Nigeria's government-owned power transmission company next week. Energy officials say this is a major step towards privatizing the energy industry, a move they hope will end the power shortages that cripple the Nigerian economy. It may be, but the main issue is the corruption that plagued this industry. The major political risk to reliable electricity in Nigeria was corruption. Officials who had the oversight authority to assure that the structural problems now causing power failures did not occur could be bought. The Nigerian government has made a positive move in the right direction and has substantially lowered the political risk to direct foreign investors in a multitude of areas. Energy should not be held hostage by corruption, yet far too many times it is. When this occurs, businesses cannot function due to the unreliability of the power supply. This inevitably impacts production, shipping schedules, and supply chains. As a direct result, direct foreign investors receive a lower return on the total investment that they put into a multitude of different areas, including agriculture, shipping, manufacturing. They also run a risk of a total loss in the event of an accident or civil unrest. Doing nothing on the part of the Nigerian government would not only have been a huge political risk, it would have sent a signal that we are not going to change, and direct foreign investors and businesses can enter at their own peril. This is a positive step in the right direction because it takes the control out of the hands of those who caused the problems in the first place. However, in the short term, until this becomes a part of how business is done and people, quite frankly, become very used to this, there are still going to be some political risks. First is the civil unrest in the form of protest and sabotage by public employees who are against foreign intervention in the electricity market. Privatization is a difficult process because it meets resistance from public energy employees. 40% of these employees in Nigeria could lose their jobs in the coming years as more private companies take control of power lines and the electricity grid all over the nation of Nigeria. A possible solution is a requirement that the Manitoba Hydro International Company, which is taking over the power grid in the next few days, train and hire a majority of these displaced workers. If the Nigerian government does not press this issue, then a substantial political risk will be latent but there, and it will be a long-term problem. Unemployed public sector employees are not going to go away, and being unemployed is not a good place for them to be for a multitude of reasons. The Nigerian government must work with the companies taking over the electricity supply. It also must press the issue of getting these workers involved with these companies. And where these people cannot fit in, the government should do something to provide government-financed retraining programs so these workers will at least have some degree of a future. This has been the Thompson Cast. I am Mel Thompson.